Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great video. It's your boy Shaman Sean back with another one. And today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 tips and tricks on how to save time, money, and mental hassle when dealing with Straight Talk. Whether you're transferring your phone number out or to Straight Talk, we're going to go ahead and dive into that. The first thing I recommend you do if you are switching to Straight Talk is going to Walmart or going on eBay or online somewhere and purchasing a keep your own phone SIM activation kit. If you'd like to keep your current phone, they do offer 3 different options. You can switch to their Verizon chip, at&t chip, or their T-Mobile Sprint network chip. For simplicity and for ease of use, I'm going to recommend using the at&t SIM card that is included in this purchase kit. Now, I went with the $35 one this time. I used to have the $45 one, but I only use about 10 gigs of data or less on their network when I'm out and about and I'm not using Wi-Fi. So with this, you get hotspot capability with your smartphone, and you get 10 gigs of data to work with. If you want to upgrade to the $45 a month plan, you can actually end up purchasing that kit as well, and you'll get up to 60 gigabytes of usable data. And I mean, if you need to go higher than that, then you can check out their other plans. So we're going to just stick with the $35 a month plan that I'm talking about today. You're going to take the SIM card from the at&t network, and you're going to keep that on hand. Now, inside the kit, they are going to give you a service pin. That service pin that is in this kit is on the back side here. That service pin you're going to want to scratch off with a coin and keep it on hand. Another great thing that you can do is keep this booklet on hand, because it's going to have 3 cards in there. You don't want to lose the card that you're going to be activating with. It has the SIM card number. Now, your phone also has something called an IMEI number. Now, under your settings, you can typically go to the search bar and search IMEI, and it will pop up your IMEI number. You will also want to write this down, because they're going to be asking you for your phone's IMEI number, and they're going to be asking you for the SIM card number, maybe more than once, especially if your call drops or you have issues. So keep that on hand. So let's say you're transferring from at&t to Straight Talk. You're going to want to speak with Straight Talk to transfer the number over. That's important. And make sure that if you're with another carrier, you don't get charged cancellation fees if you've signed up with a contract or something like that. So to just keep it simple, we're going to go through the steps, and I'm going to walk you through it. Basically, you're going to want to call their number at 877-430-2355. The goal of this call is to get to their porting department, so they're going to need to transfer you. Now, you can try their automated system if you want, but I usually call technical support and ask for a call back from the porting department. Tell the representative you'd like a call back from the porting department, or to be transferred to the porting department to get your phone number ported over. Now, legally, these companies are obligated to port your phone number over by law. So there is going to be a point during your phone call where they are going to ask you for something called an NTP code, number transfer pin. And that pin is going to come from a phone number. I'd like you to write this number down. It's 611611. That number is the number you're going to send a text message to, and you are going to type in capital letters NTP. Now, when it comes time during the call, they're going to ask you for that code. You're going to type that code in to that number, and they're going to send you a PIN to transfer. Now, if you're transferring out to another network, we'll save that for another time. This is just for transferring to Straight Talk's network. Now, if we go further down here, let's say you call that phone number and you want to speak to the technical department, you're going to press 5. And if you don't have a number with them, say I don't have one, wait for a response, and then say I don't have one again. This will automatically transfer you to a representative. If you don't want to hold on the line for a rep, you can press 1 to have them call you back. Punch in your phone number and they will go ahead and give you a jingle back. This is a great way to save time and hassle if you are waiting online and don't want to listen to that music that they're playing. So what's going to happen then is you ask them to transfer you to the correct department. When you're with Straight Talk, this is how you get through to a person and just say, hey, I'd like to port my number over. Please transfer me to the porting department. Or if you're looking for a sale, you can say, please transfer me to the sales department. And they might ask you questions right away. You can just simply say, hey, I want to be transferred, or I'd like to speak to a manager. These are options for you to do to save you time and money. But we're going to move on to the next one, which is the compatible devices. So if you're bringing your own device and you need something that's compatible, link down in the description for compatible devices on the AT&T network will be there. For example, the OnePlus 7T and the OnePlus 7 Pro are on their compatibility list, but you have to have the right model. For example, the OnePlus 7 Pro GM1917 is a compatible device on the AT&T network on their list. So if you want a really good smartphone for a good deal, you can go on eBay or another website that you trust and purchase a phone, clear it out, and then you'd be able to then use that when you go to transfer from your old phone to your new phone. Or if you just want to keep your phone, just make sure it's compatible with their network. You can tell it's compatible simply by checking that list. If it's not on that list, then you can call Straight Talk and ask to see if your phone is compatible on their network. So again, use that phone number I gave you and get through to a real person, and they will go ahead and have you taken care of for checking your phone. They're going to ask you for your IMEI number, and that will tell them if it is compatible on their network. Now, when the 3G shutdown happened, that whole deal, we were told originally that the 7T was not going to work on their network, but it turned out that it did continue working on their network. It is a VoLTE capable device, and it is also a 4G LTE capable device. So this is just important for you to be aware of. Okay, if you're going with Verizon, they're on the CDMA network. If you're going with AT&T, they are a GSM network. Now, my experience, I tried to get the Verizon chip to work on my OnePlus 7 Pro. It would not. But we transferred it over to AT&T on their chip, and it did end up working. So we're going to move on to the next one. If you're dealing with dropped calls, okay, if you're getting transferred and your phone keeps getting dropped, ask them to stay on the line with you and not to transfer you. Typically, the person will oblige and follow through on the call. They'll call the representative of the other department and then simply put them on the line for you. Or they can call you back from that department. So you can either ask for a call back or you can ask them to stay on the line. This is the best way to go in my experience, instead of asking for a manager. The manager, I typically find the call will drop during the phone session. If they're not very knowledgeable or aware or appear to sound like they know what they're doing, or they're not really responding to you, you may want to call them back and get another representative. So just to throw that out there, especially on my number 6 here, if the call is fuzzy, distorted, or windy, end the call, call them back. Don't waste your time trying to deal with one of their representatives that's out in some village. It sounds like you can hear chickens running around, trying to take your call because they have poor reception. So yeah, just call them back. Number 7, I gave you the NTP code. That was 611611 for that. The $35 a month plan, we covered that, so that was my number 8. Hey, we're getting through this list here. And then for number 8, I also put you can save some money. So if you're trying to save money with their network, you can do 2 things. Go on their website on your phone. I recommend using like the DuckDuck browser. Download that if you don't have it, install it, run it, and you can go to the Straight Talk website, straighttalk.com, I believe it is, log into your account or create an account if you don't have one already. And then what you can do once your phone number is transferred over or you have a number with them, you can set up Straight Talk rewards. Now you'll get bonus points for signing up with them. And if you set up auto pay, you'll save $1 a month, or if you have their higher plans, you'll save $5 or so for a month, somewhere in there. And it's a great way for you to save extra money every month by doing auto pay. And you don't have to worry about your bill not being paid and your phone service dropping. So auto pay is the way to go in my suggestion. The next piece of that step is when you're on Straight Talk Rewards and you're doing auto pay, they give you points every month. And every, I think it's 16 months, you'll get a free month of service for using auto pay. And if you invite a friend, you also get a free month of service and they get a free month of service. So very cool, something I do like about Straight Talk. It's just getting through to a person sometimes can be challenging. Moving on here. Oh, and I want to be clear about something. Your account login does not mean you've activated rewards. Once you log in, you have to then log into your rewards account. So keep that in mind. Now, number 9, that was number 9. Number 10, having a day off or two is really good. So if you have a day off or two, that would be the time to call Straight Talk because you don't know necessarily how long you're going to be on the phone with them. I recommend calling them sometime between Monday through Friday. Those are the best times to get a hold of them and deal with transfers. Now, if you really want to, you can call them on Saturdays and Sundays, but I wouldn't suggest it because it can create problems because a lot of other companies, if you're trying to transfer your number over, may not be open to deal with customer service issues that might show up. So Monday through Friday is my recommendation. And if you have a friend or family member or you have a backup phone that you can take a call from, that's good too. Because when you go to transfer your number over and you're in the final stages, you put the SIM card in, you put the SIM in the SIM tray, you slide the SIM tray into the phone, and you're ready to do that process, and you're on the phone with the one phone that you have to call them, they can't call you back if there's an issue. So typically it's not a problem. You can do it with only one phone. I've done it with only one phone, but I recommend having a friend, a family member, or a backup phone to take a phone call with in case the line drops or there's some kind of issue during your transfer process. This way they can call you back and tell them when you call them, if the call drops, would you please call me back at this number? And they will go ahead and be happy to call you back if they see the line drops. I've had the line drop and they did call me back, so they will do it. Now, my final thoughts are that some of the reps have different levels of experience. So if the rep you're dealing with is not getting the job done, be patient, see if they can get it done for you, and go with it. Most of the reps are very nice people. You just got to remember, if you're getting frustrated with Straight Talk, that's a human being on the other end. These people have feelings and emotions, and how you talk to them can affect them. So if you show them love and respect, it goes a long ways. Imagine if you were the person on the other line in another country trying to deal with taking a phone call, or even if the representative's in the U.S. Be mindful of what you're saying and what kind of energy you're putting across the phone. It does affect people, you know. What you give out comes back to you in life. And this is an important process to keep in mind. Now for the people thank you so much for watching my video today. I want to say that, number one, if you're still watching. I'll leave a comment down below if you've got any questions. I will try to answer them if I know the answer. And let me know if your phone is compatible with Straight Talk or how things are going for you. Maybe we can help each other out, create a little community down below. Now, if you're transferring your phone number from Straight Talk out, this can be a bit more difficult. It doesn't need to be, but I want to tell the people that are setting up a business account with like Verizon or at&t or something like that. I tried setting up a business account with at&t and there ended up being a problem. because I was using AT&T's towers on Straight Talk before, and I transferred my number out to AT&T, they had an issue, and AT&T had to contact the porting department of Straight Talk to get my number released. So this can be challenging. You're going to need patience and a lot of time to deal with these representatives, because I went to an in-store representatives, and I was told that I would be paying around $65 a month or something like that for my unlimited service, because I wanted unlimited international roaming for phone calls and data service, because I was actually going down to Mexico. And what ended up happening was, yeah, I got some service out there. I could take calls and give calls, but the issue I had was like poor international service. So I was like not impressed with their data roaming on their unlimited plan, which is what they were trying to rake me in on. If you're going to go with AT&T, go to Walmart, buy a prepaid card, and set up autopay for $45 a month or whatever it is. I don't recommend going to a person in the store, because the price that I got in the store was not the price that I paid on my bill. I paid $149 was what I was going to be charged for my first bill. I called them. They got it down to around $111. Not very cool, folks. Not cool. They waived the setup fee for me, but I'm just sitting here thinking, like, this is ridiculous. This is why I'm willing to deal with the hassle of getting through to Straight Talk, to talk to a person and deal with dropped calls occasionally, because I would rather pay $35 or $34 a month plus maybe $2 in tax than to be told that I'm going to pay $65 for a service and then get charged $111, and then the following month $75. Like, to complicate my life over spending that much more money just to leave the service the way it is isn't worth it. I'd rather save the money. It's you look at the way things are going in our economy right now. Look what's going on. Save the money, right? Save the money. So if you're trying to transfer out, AT&T or Verizon or whoever, once again, when you get to that stage, we'll probably need that NTP code. Skip going in person. Go online. Go online. Go call the person that can deal with your stuff over the phone. They can get you better deals. They tend to be more honest. In fact, one of their reps even told me that they're a bit more honest on the phone because they're on a recorded line. They have to be straightforward with you. So yeah, speak to a person on the phone if you're transferring out from the network. And you can go to the, if you're switching to AT&T, you can go to the, I believe it's called the AT&T Service and Porting and Activation Center. That's who you need to be transferred to. So I hope this video helps you out today. There's so much to talk about when it comes to transferring your phone number. They may run you through some troubleshooting steps to get your phone number set up and things dealt with. If Straight Talk asks you to reset your network settings, I don't recommend doing it because you'll lose your Wi-Fi connections, your Bluetooth connections, and all of that. Typically, it's their end that's the problem, not your end. It's not always the case, but that if they do ask you to do that, that's one thing I also suggest. So I'm just throwing out some extra thoughts as they come in, and trying to help you save yourself from hassle from what I've learned. But have patience, be kind and respectful to the reps, and they'll typically help you through it. And then once you get your account set up and everything's running and you do that, that's awesome. And now, one last thing, if you do purchase the other kit over the phone for 99 cents, which is a bring your own phone SIM activation kit that they send to you directly to your address, that's a good way to go too. You're going to pop that SIM in a little bit after you call them. They're going to walk you through the process. Now, they do have a callback hotline, and I would give you that phone number, but if the reference code that they gave me expires, it's no help to you. So if you ever need to, you can actually ask one of the reps to give you a hotline callback number for the porting department if you're having troubles, and you don't have to wait online. Like, it's It's almost instant. It's like a 1 minute or a 2 minute wait instead of like 20 or 30 minutes. So that's cool too. They do have services that they're not telling you about. And the thing is, these people are told to stick to the script. It's pretty clear. Stick to the script, follow the script. You're not going to get a lot of human interaction necessarily like you would with a rep here that might be in the US that's allowed to be more flexible with helping you. So keep that in mind when you're talking with them. They're going to be kind of just straightforward, checking in and checking out with you. And just make sure you're in a quiet room. You got some time off and you can make it happen. So I think I covered a lot of stuff in this video. I tried to keep it as short as I can, but there's just so much to talk about. And make sure you scrap your old SIM card, break it or run it through the shredder. And once you have that all taken care of, once everything is said and done, they'll have your phone number activated. Sometimes you might have data service and messages working, but your calls aren't working yet. Don't worry, they'll get you through the process. You might have to call them the next day and go through it. They can call you back. You can request callbacks at any time, and they're happy to help you out. If you need to switch to another phone to take the call, you can ask them to call you back at another number while the same rep is still on the line. They keep a list of notes on their screen for everything that they've been doing and working with you on, so you can always ask the rep to check your notes to see if they can simplify the process of understanding your issue if you are having an issue with the Straight Talk service. So I've been really through it with these guys. I've been through a lot of calls with Straight Talk, and I've helped a lot of people get onto the Straight Talk network, and sometimes even off the Straight Talk network if need be. So I hope this video helps you out today. That's pretty much going to cover it for what I can think of right now. If I think of anything else, I might pop a comment down in the comment section below, and I can add some stuff to the description for you to check out later. So if you liked the video today, hit that like button, subscribe down below, and don't forget to leave a comment. I want to get some community going. Have a blessed day and take care. Thanks so much.